There's a CEO. Those board of executives act just like a corporation of the United States. You got the president, you got the 14 members of cabinet, and those are his executives. But what if all of them are just as what if they're not even what if your whole executive branch is not even in a position to advise you? What happens to that organization? It needs to be bought out, or somebody has to take the reins of it to, shift the momentum in order for it to stay alive. Either way, somebody's going to jump ship. Remember the 1930s, the Depression? Remember those times? The stock market crash in 1929. So somebody had made a lot of mistakes. And at that point in time, people were jumping out of fucking windows, literally. Sound familiar in these times? When people bet all of their money out, bet everything on what they think they know and don't have a plan because they had improper advisors. All right, so let's get to the first whip moment. We've talked about we you got a good interlude. Let's get to the first whip moment. Okay. First of all, in order to even get to the point to where you need an advisor, you have to have a mindset. So that means you want to be someone. That means you want to be someone of status. So if you want to be someone of status, you got to have a path. Got to have a dream. You got to have a mindset. You got to have somewhere you're trying to go in life, and you got to be very passionate about it. And you have to also be willing to learn. You got to be willing to practice a shit ton of integrity as well as humility. Yeah, humility is a very big part of being successful. I promise you. But you got to set your own path. See, humility is one thing. And I know a lot of you don't even understand what that word means. That means putting yourself in a position to quiet yourself in order to listen to others is being humble. But if you just so happen to raise your vibrations and you step out of line, you got to practice humility. Big difference. So the goal is to be humble so that you don't have to practice humility and nobody has to humble you. Because when you get humbled, it's a sting. It's like, oh shit, man, I don't like nobody to talk to me like that. Well, that's a part of how you position yourself in this situation, which is why you need to sit your ass down and take some lessons and not get humbled. You did?